Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. Just back with a little chit chat today, just letting you know what I've been up to, a couple more things that I've bought, and yeah, just a catch up, and hopefully you're all doing great and doing some sewing. Now, I wasn't meant to be buying any more fabric, but of course you buy these things in dribs and drabs and they come in through the week. And I also wanted to get some t-shirt fabrics because I'm planning on making some t-shirts very shortly as well. So I will show you what I've been up to. I've got some fabric. I haven't actually ordered from Dupe Designs before. I've eyed off a lot of fabric online. It's an Australian-owned company, and they have a lot of their fabrics come in and out so quickly. You've really got to catch them when you see them. This is a beautiful cotton jersey interlock fabric, and I just think the pattern in this is really pretty. It's a lovely lightweight jersey. I'll just see if you can see the pattern on there. I just think it's really interesting. And the colours are really deep navy. It's got little birds. It's got like a leopard. And yeah, it's really fun and bold. And I think that will really work well in my wardrobe in a lovely t-shirt. And I just love the way things come wrapped when it feels like you're getting a little present in the mail. Yeah, when things put the detail and the stickers on there. So thank you so much. I am really looking forward to sewing with that. Now, I found this fabric online. I love the colours. It's from the Remnant Warehouse in Sydney. And it's just an ITY jersey. I actually thought it was going to be more of a rayon jersey, like a t-shirt style fabric, but it's more of an ITY. But that doesn't matter because I think it will work really well in a dress for summertime. I've got, I think it's 1.5 meters there, so maybe a little sleeveless sort of crossover dress. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I really think it will work well with some little leggings underneath it. So the colors are very bold. But I love a stripe, and I'm not scared of stripe. I think that we really have got it in our minds that stripes are unflattering. But every time I've worn a striped dress, I've had a lot of comments. I love the way it looks. Just something different. I think that we've really got to debunk a lot of these myths and think, okay, just because we've told something doesn't suit us doesn't mean it's right. And I think we have to decide for ourselves what we feel best in as well. Now, I have had viewers in the past comment that they still feel that there's certain things that we or as women should and shouldn't wear, certain ages or certain sizes, but that is an opinion that is everyone's own. I think you are all entitled to have an opinion to what you want to wear, what you feel good in, but I don't think we should be judging others on what they are wearing, what they may feel good in, we may not. I think it's a real personal thing. And the beauty with sewing is that we can make what we want and cater it for ourselves without anybody else telling us what we should and shouldn't wear for our shape and size. Back into Spotlight last week, I saw some beautiful cotton spandex jersey, and I love the geometric print with the bright fabric. I just think that is going to look gorgeous. I need to find the right t-shirt, and when I do, I will be on a t-shirt making spree because I really want some more basics to put back in my wardrobe. So I love the weight of that. It's quite a sturdy weight, but I think it'll come up really nice in a t-shirt. Now, My Design have a beautiful range of bamboo jerseys. This is their heavyweight bamboo jersey. It's a lovely cream color. Now, it's not heavy at all. It's actually really, really soft and drapey, but it's just that tad heavier than their normal bamboo jersey, which is very light. But this would be also gorgeous for wearing for sleepwear. I just think a bamboo jersey would be so comfortable and breathable. And yeah, really lovely to wear. But that one's going to be a t-shirt as well. I just think that colour will go back with lots of my new prints that I've got. This was from Draper's Fabrics in their remnant section as well. A beautiful hot pink cotton jersey interlock fabric, quite sturdy. There's actually quite a bit there. There's a couple of meters, and I got it on a really good deal, really cheap. So I'm thinking some kind of t-shirt dress. If you know a good t-shirt dress, let me know. I'm thinking the loungewear dress from Pattern Emporium is going to be a great one as well. But I know the Tilling the Buttons t-shirt dress that everyone made with a drawstring in her latest book looked really cute on as well. So that's another option to think about there. And back to Spotlight, this gorgeous jade green colour t-shirt fabric in a cotton interlock as well. Really nice quality. I'm actually quite pleased in the quality. A lot of these Spotlight jerseys this year, I think the colours they've gone for are really good too. I find that a lot of use, there's a lot of pastels and a lot of florals, and I'm not really drawn to them, but as soon as I see a nice, bold, bright colour, I usually grab it. So that's my favourite colour, the green, of course. I haven't spoken about what I'm wearing. I have got on the Peppermint Free Pattern Harvest Box Top. Now this is one I did an episode on how to use up your scraps. I had scraps of chambray, scraps of the sateen, and scraps of linen, and you just mix and match it all together, and it's a really good pattern for scrap busting. So if you haven't seen that episode, I'll link it. You can catch up on it there and see what you think about that. I've been out in the garden pottering around, planted a few more veggie seedlings, so they're coming along nicely. And I've also been catching up on a few little crafty episodes. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with crafty. I'm sure you all are. But there's some great floral arranging episodes on there. I'll just give you a little snippet of what I've been up to and what I've learned just from watching a couple of episodes. So this is what I found on there.
Now, as you can see, my hydrangea bush is really coming out in full force. So many blooms and so many that will be coming out very shortly. And I've just done a little bit of picking. I've actually picked some camellia leaves and a couple of roses and some Chinese lanterns. Watched an episode on Craftsy and I actually showed you how to do floral arrangements. Craftsy is really good for tutorials and online video vlogs, and they just commented about how you need to have thrillers, spillers and fillers. So if you can see here, the thrillers would be the big statement flowers, the spillers would be the droopy kind of flowers, Chinese lantern here, and the fillers would be some kind of leaf, especially like a green glossy leaf. Now I'll do a little bouquet and I'll show you how it looks. So you can see here, it comes together really nicely and it gives a bit of a statement because it's a pretty informal little bouquet, but you've got your droopy ones, which are the spillers, you've got your fillers in the green, and you've got your thrillers. So I just think that's a really good way of remembering how to do a little posy or vase of flowers just from your garden. And I love having it on my sewing space. It just makes me feel nice to have a bit of greenery next to me. So yeah, really cute and really easy to do.
Now I've found a couple of things for my sewing room. I love anything to do with anything to hang on the wall, of course, to complement the sewing space. As you already know, this is my lounge room. That's where I have my sewing table. I get to watch what's going on. So I'm not actually that concerned I haven't got a separate space or separate room, that is, because I still like to see what's going on. I still like to be able to talk to the family. I would love to have my own room one day, but it really works well for now, and it means that I can be with the family and I can also be separate. This is my new sign for my sewing area. I actually love this. A friend of mine saw it online and of course tagged me, and I'd ordered it off Etsy and it took about 2 to 3 months to come just because of COVID and all the hold ups with postage, but I really love it on the wall there. Just think it's pretty hilarious. So it matches the sewing space really well. The sewing machine is actually going in for a service as of tomorrow. So fingers crossed it will be back within the week. Apparently the turnaround from the service agent is really good. So I've always got my daughters to use if I need that for backup as well, which I definitely will be needing. First of all, mask making. I know it's fairly boring. Everyone's really over the whole mask thing by now. But I know I have, when I first started sewing them back in March, I tried many patterns and I couldn't find one I really liked, as far as I find the vision can be sort of altered if you have them coming up too high. I find that the whole peripheral vision, it's really weird. I don't know if you guys feel that way as well, but I wanted a really nice shaped mask. I've tried the 3D one, which is really good. I've tried that. The one with the sort of the one with the pleating as well, I wasn't too wrapped in that one, but I found the best one to be this Style Arc free pattern. I'll link it below if you guys haven't seen it. It's a really nice shape. I've made a couple with some lovely little quilting cottons here, and I just think that the shape itself works really well because it comes down underneath your eyes, so gives you plenty of free vision there. And yeah, just the shaping and actual overall fit is really good with that thin elastic. So that's just me, that's what I prefer. And I've bought some Christmas fabric. I just love that vintage looking fabric as well. So we may not have to wear them for as long as what we first thought, but at the moment, yeah, we just have to go by what the government's saying. And yeah, I think if it keeps everything at bay, it's doing the right thing, it's doing its job. but all the other states in Australia at the moment aren't wearing them. So hopefully we won't have to for much longer, but it's something we can all do to protect each other. It's worth it. Now, if you guys are stuck for presents, if people ask you what you like as a gift, I know a lot of people do want to know what to buy a sewist in the family, there's a great book I can highly recommend. A lot of people usually ask what's a good sewing book. There are so many great technical sewing books that can teach you all about like draping and pants fitting and that kind of thing. I know Fabric Deluxe, also here in Melbourne, have a great lot of their books online that are really sought after books. And also things like the Nanny Ero book. Really, really famous books that people, for time and time again, they ask for. So they do stock them. But one of my favourite books is by Barbara Amodi. Barbara Amodi is part of the team on the Clothes Making Mavens podcast. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that, but it's a really good podcast. They haven't had any episodes out for quite some time, which is really disappointing, but I'm sure they will soon. Barbara Amodi is a lady that comes on as a guest speaker, and she actually taught here in Australia for some time through different tastes. She's also taught in Canada. She's a Canadian, and she actually wrote a fantastic book on Sew, the Garment Making Book of Knowledge, real life lessons from a serial sewist. And it's really funny. It's hilarious, actually. A lot of the stuff she's written in here is just from her own takes and her own different experiences with sewing and teaching sewing, things that she's can recommend, like what to sew, how to sew, things not to worry about, because we do get bogged down with a lot of the technical side of things sometimes, and I think it's good to learn from someone who's had a really good knowledge of sewing and teaching sewing as well. So she'll take you through things like coordinating a wardrobe, also all your sewing, all your fabrics. She'll take you through every different fabric and what the differences are. If you've ever wanted to know about fabric, sometimes you Google information and it's not always that accurate or what you're after. So she will take you through all that. She also talks about things like pants fitting, how to, how to alter and fit garments. But I really, really enjoyed reading this. I just think it's a really lighthearted take on like a sewing Bible to have. And I would recommend that anyone who is starting sewing as a hobby and wants a book just to read through that will like really inspire them to get on their sewing journey. So I'll link that book as well below. I got that from online. I think it was either from Angus and Robinson or Amazon. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's got a lot of good illustrations as well. Things like patterns and pattern matching and finding the right pattern to fit your body. It's a really good book, and I really can highly recommend that one. But yeah, if there's any books that you can recommend that you have loved reading and that you find it really helpful that you go back to, almost like a sewing Bible, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take on that and what's really helped you through your sewing journey as well. So watching today, I am busy making pants at the moment. I've found some great pant patterns. I'm also really considering making underpants. I just think that there's so many really good patterns and I've got so many scraps. It's just a matter of dedicating the time to sit there and really try the tried and tested patterns. I know Minna and Broad just released another new underpants pattern that's got rave reviews as well. So yeah, it's really exciting when you see a great little small pattern company doing well and releasing more and more patterns. We'll see you very shortly for another episode. I hope you're all keeping well. Keep safe and bye for now.